Assalamu alaikum, and greetings to all YouTube viewers. Welcome to this, the premiere video of the official YouTube channel of Allah Ta'ala and His Mahdi, who I am. Viewers of this channel will find that the content presented here is unlike any other on YouTube. These are the pronouncements of Allah, Master of the Day of Judgment, by and through His Mahdi. All content presented on this channel represents messages and warnings for all mankind. Viewer entertainment is not the intent or purpose of the videos that will appear here. No funds will be solicited from viewers. No merchandise will be sold. Subscription to this channel shall be mandatory for all Muslims as a duty owed to Allah. All other viewers are requested to click the subscribe button. That being said, let's proceed to today's topic. Recently, many YouTube content creators have focused on the release by the current U.S. administration of the John F. Kennedy assassination investigation files. Another recent topic of great interest to YouTube content creators in the U.S. is what appears to be coordinated efforts by Zionist organizations such as AIPAC, the Jewish Defense League, etc., and individuals such as YouTube content creator Ben Shapiro. These seem designed to criminalize all Americans' expressions of speech, thought, critical of Israel. Next, we will explain to you in this video the genesis of and the nexus between these two topics. Also, we will inform you of the significance of the current attacks on America's freedom of speech. Here, I would like to read for the audience a portion of a post which appeared on the official website of Allah and His Mahdi on 9/23/2024. at Cranston Erby pronouncements.blog.org. In 1961, Israel approached the administration of then U.S. President John F. Kennedy, seeking to acquire the Hawk missile system. Despite pressure from U.S. Defense Department and congressional war hawks to approve the missile sales, Kennedy, who was a strong proponent of non-proliferation in the region, initially rebuffed Israel's request. However, in 1962, Kennedy offered Israel a quid pro quo, whereby the U.S. would supply Hawk missiles to Israel in exchange for international inspections of ultra-secret Israeli nuclear facilities at Dimona in the Negev desert. Israel, eager to gain access to sophisticated weapons systems in the U.S. arsenal, agreed and consented to an inspection of the facilities at Dimona. However, Kennedy wanted more. In 1963, Kennedy required Israel to consent for twice yearly inspections of the Dimona facilities before the U.S. would make delivery of the agreed-upon Hawk missiles. Israel absolutely refused to comply with Kennedy's requirement. Following a period of back and forth U.S./Israeli diplomacy over the issue, Kennedy remained firm on his stance that Israel submit to the required inspections. Israel rejected the requirement. Kennedy then stalled delivery of the Hawk missiles. The 35th U.S. President, John F. Kennedy, was assassinated soon after, in November of 1963. The Israeli lobby was founded the same year, and 5 years later, while running for U.S. President, John F. Kennedy's brother, Robert F. Kennedy, would also be assassinated. In 1965, then U.S. President Lyndon Baines Johnson approved the delivery of the Hawk missiles and Israel had successfully infiltrated the U.S. Armory. Since the Kennedy era, Israel has enjoyed unfettered access to the U.S. arsenal, freedom from U.S. requests for inspections of its nuclear facilities, unwavering U.S. support for its apartheid occupation in Palestine, and not to mention Israel's access to billions upon billions of U.S. taxpayers' dollars from the U.S. Treasury. And lest we forget, U.S. complicity in a cover-up of Israel's deadly 1967 assault on a U.S. Navy spy ship, the USS Liberty, that strayed too close to Israel's coastline, perhaps seeking information about Dimona. In all of this, Israel was, has been, and remains the sole beneficiary of the JFK assassination. The American two-party system has become an undemocratic, fascistic, immoral viper's nest of corruption, controlled and orchestrated by the Zionist Israeli lobby. As such, this system has forfeited all legitimacy for governance of America. Therefore, by the will, decree, and command of Allah Ta'ala, Lord of all the worlds, and by the pronouncement of his Mahdi, be it resolved that this day Allah Ta'ala shall begin the dissolution of the U.S. two-party system. This includes Democrats and Republicans / MAGA. Nothing save a subsequent pronouncement by Allah's Mahdi shall serve to stay the dissolution pronounced herein. To viewers who may be interested in the two topics being discussed here today, in subsequent videos, we shall further expand and expound on those topics. Hopefully, those having interest in the topics discussed here today will subscribe to this channel for notifications of upcoming content. Thank you.